finally washed my face. Welcome to part 2 of how the hostel really is now, because I have really glamorized it and I don't want anybody to come to my school because of the glamour and how I have made it look. It has a lot of ups and downs, and this video is specifically for the downs. You guys will have to manage me and my bare face on this channel, because you see that doing makeup because I want to do video. I want to start with good food. Everything I mentioned in that menu, just take away half of it, right? They went from giving us English breakfast, they went from giving us, yam and eggs and baked beans and a juice box and sausages on Thursday mornings to giving us boiled yam and stew. Like, that's it, with the bread. I just want you to know that they give us like boiled yam and stew like 3 times a week now. The Indomie, they're still giving us, like, me, I don't even know. Then they give us so much spaghetti, like fried rice, coleslaw, moi plantain. Who is that? We don't know her. We don't know her in the hostel. No, we don't know her anymore. So it's really changed, and I find that I haven't been even going to like eat ever since they separated the feeding money from the accommodation money. Mind you, we have all these complaints because they increased the fees by I think 300k a semester. Yeah, so that's the increment. So I don't say that's the price. Right now, I'm paying with feeding and the hostel. I'm paying about 1.7, almost 1.7, because I'm in a room of 6. But if you're in a room of 4, you pay like 1.8, almost 1.9. Budget 2 million. Oh, because you will still buy things to move in. Budget 2 million for your hostel school fees. Okay. I don't even want to talk too much about the food, because like I said, I'm not going to dining, so I don't even know what's happening there, but I know it's bad. Sometimes I will call my friend like, oh, what are they serving today? She'll be like, don't bother, like, don't even come. If you have food in the fridge, just eat that. That's how bad it is. I promise you that every student has complained about everything I'm complaining about right now, but it's the same. And I find it very concerning, because they're doing so many other things in the school. They keep progressing, building new faculties every 5 business days and stuff. Okay, but I think, the school budget might be different from, the academic budget might be different from the hostel budget. What did they do with it? I don't know. Now, I mentioned that there are water dispensers in the last video. What my eyes saw happening to that water dispenser made me never drink water that isn't hot from the water dispenser. Once in a while, I go there for cold water, like once in 2 weeks. I need some cold water. I want to drink with my cereal, but now I'm very good with my 100 bottles of room temp bottled water, because what my eyes have seen, I don't want to get any diarrhea or cholera, dysentery. I don't know what are those things. I'm not interested at all. So I just drink my bottled water in peace. I know what I have seen. I'm not going to come and say it, but some of you know what you've seen too. Then, oh my gosh, on the topic of security, I forgot to mention that they installed, these things where when you're going to a train station and you need to put your ticket for the thing to roll over and let you in. I show it a lot in my vlogs. You scan your card, you're in. Now, it kind of spoiled, and there's only one card that can open all 3 of them. So our IDs, we can't even use them to get into the hostel. You have to use the one card. So even if there are many of you trying to leave at the same time, you have to wait turn by turn to use the one card to open any of the gates. I don't know what it's called, just know it like that. And there's no disadvantage of how much they search us. There's no disadvantage of the impromptu searches and the drug test and the everyday searching. Because let me tell you, if you step out of the hostel like this for 1 minute and come back, they're going to search you. Every time you come into the hostel, they're going to search you. If you have a package from the gate and you don't even know, you have a surprise, you can't wait to open, they'll open it for you, because they have to see what you're bringing into the hostel. And I don't see any. Sometimes it's a bummer for someone I need that's like, oh, I want to do an unboxing, but you have to understand where they're coming from. Alcohol is not allowed. So many things are not allowed, and so many things get you into so much trouble. But I don't think there's any downside to these rules and searches and stuff like that. It's for your own good. The tea times, the movie nights, stuff like that, I don't think we've even had one this whole semester, and the semester is about to come to an end. I don't really mind, because it doesn't affect me, it doesn't affect my well-being, but it was just nice to gather and snack with your abla and talk about the school. You guys know, once I'm not washing my face, I'm going to be pacing, so pardon me for pacing. I've been moving. This is not pacing, this is moving, right? Anyway, the surveys and gathering to discuss the problems of the hostel are very useless to me, because nothing changes. As I'm speaking to you now, I'm speaking to you now after I've shown you all the good parts of the hostel. Do you know that a lot of students don't have reading tables? Because they turned 7/8 of the 4 room of 4s to rooms of 6 because they want to accommodate a lot more people. Let me tell you, they increased our school fee, they increased our hostel, and our school fees, yes, they increased our hostel fees by a lot, and then they even made it less habitable. The food has dropped, the lights, the water, the quality of living has dropped. When you take a room of 4 and make it a room of 6, it was never originally intended to be a room of 6. So if you're not going to make that necessary adjustment to accommodate 6 people, why even do it? So a lot of students right now don't even have reading tables and stuff like that, and they've been complaining. The semester is almost over, and they've been complaining from the first day, and they've just been saying they've been complaining about the food, about everything, but they haven't really done anything. And I just feel like that's so weird. That's like people are paying through their nose to be able to live in the hostel. I think that's so unfair. And like I said, every complaint I'm going to mention here has been mentioned to them. They don't want to do anything about it at all. But I'm also not going to let you guys make some big financial moves just based on what I have shown you on social media, if that makes sense. The contrabands, some of them are very good. I'm not going to say anything about that because I don't want it to be like, oh, I have an eagerness to bring a lot of contraband into the school. I don't. Then let's talk about the gym. The gym doesn't exist anymore, let me tell you. They want everybody to be fat. The gym does not exist. They don't want you to be. The gym has disappeared, and then they replaced the gym with a study room. Like, okay, thank you, but that's 2 different things. We already had a study room anyway. So I'm just like, and they kept on promising us the gym will be back, it will be open. It never came back. Are they working on it? Maybe, but I don't know. And then the contrabands, I understand some of them. When they say you can't bring something like Indomie, because students have really bastardized the use of Indomie. They are so messy with it, and I understand that. Kitchen. We didn't have a kitchen before in the beginning, but then how did we even get a kitchen? They finally opened a kitchen for us with like nice hot plates and then 1 fridge, because fridges are not allowed in the school because they're trying to preserve their energy. After making you pay a shitload of money, they're trying to preserve their energy. So you have just one big, you know that fridge that you see in all these mama puts, that transparent fridge. That's it. It chills really well, but the disadvantage of this is that people are going to steal your chow and there's nothing you can do. If you like write your name front and back of the chow, they're going to steal your chow. What are you going to do? It's not fair, eh? They can maybe allow like 1 fridge per floor or something like that, but a fridge for a hostel of the 500 or 400 students you have admitted is crazy. Like, I promise you, it's crazy. And then people leave their things in the fridge until it starts getting rotten and moldy. And then the 24/7 lights, I would say it's more like 22/7 now. They even made a new hostel. Is that a UFO? They even built a new hostel in less than how many months, and they admitted so many students into that new hostel, the Niger Delta hostel. And let me tell you, it's not even complete. Some rooms don't have air conditioning, some rooms don't have furniture. It's madness. And then on the topic of converting the rooms of 4 to rooms of 6, the bunks were very like second thoughts, like last minute thoughts. So there are bars on like my bunk, like the bunk above me now. There are just like 4 bars holding the bed up, and these bars are not glued to the frame of the bed, so the bars shift. One day, I kid you not, the girl beside me, she had just stood up on her bed when her bunkie and the bed on top came crashing down, like scattered. They were like, oh, sorry. Like all the bars in the top bunks of the rooms, they converted to rooms of 6. They are moving. I'm always so scared for my life. Like, if my bunkie should move any funny way now, this bar will shift and okay, that person, I'm like, what will happen to me? What will happen to me? So I don't know. I just think like you need to think about that. Okay, I really hustle to get a down space because I like kids. I can't be climbing up every day, but at the same time, I'm also scared for my life. I can't lie to you right now. Hot water. Who is that? What's her name? Who is even that? Let me tell you. I wake up by 6:30 or highest 7 every morning. Even if I have a class by like 10, I can't sleep in because let me tell you, once it's 7 o'clock, there is no hot water upstairs. We have 3 bathrooms upstairs. Just forget hot water. And then the best part, once it's 7:30, there's no water for you. And then the water will come back around like 9. So if I have a late class, I usually just leave it to like 9 before I have my shower, 9, 10, because I know there'll be water. But if I have a morning class, like 9, 10 a.m. class, I have to wake up super early. If not, I'm not going to see water to have my bath. They admitted double the students than they had when I first came. Because I just want to, I don't know what their plan is. Let me not say what is not true. It's not funny. Does this sound privileged? Absolutely. It's a privilege to be able to afford this type of thing. But for us to not pay this kind of money and you're not delivering, that's not being like privileged or snotty or like spoiled. That's just expecting the service that you paid for. And this Wi-Fi, I've never used the Wi-Fi for one day in my life in that school. Let me tell you, it doesn't reach some parts of the school, and obviously it's not strong, so I don't even bother. So a lot of people gather in one particular place in the night when the Wi-Fi is fast, and when it's, you know, the proximity to the Wi-Fi is really close. So I don't know the English for that, and I have my own Wi-Fi. I can't even do that. I can't do that. And of course the laundry. Let me tell you how nasty that laundry is. I don't know if they don't use enough detergent. I will literally send my clothes down and they'll come back smelling more awful than when I sent it down. I don't know if they don't use enough soap or if they're in a hurry or something, but if you notice this, I use a dry cleaning service now called Washers Dry Cleaning Service, because I really cannot be doing that laundry thing. And then the laundry takes days because there's so many women, there's so many students now, and the same 2 laundry women from the first semester. I don't know how many they are now, but I just know they're understaffed. So if you drop your laundry here on Monday, best believe you won't get it to like the next week or something, and it will not be clean. And they also don't iron for you, so they will just smush your clothes back up in there and it will come out looking like a rumpled mess. They're walking around going to class like Rumpelstiltskin. I don't even know how to pronounce the name, but you know what I'm trying to say. When you have one kitchen for like how many freaking students who are not very hygienic, it's going to be a disaster actually. So they banned, the kitchen is not really functional. People still use it to do stuff like pancakes and stuff like that, but because they also banned Indomie and perishable foods, you can't do much with the kitchen. So nobody really uses the kitchen except the fridge just to put their stuff. And then they also brought a microwave. When they brought the microwave, everybody was so happy. Somersaulting. One microwave for the whole hostel, and of course you know it has spoiled. If you see us, we used to use like a hanger or a metal spoon to pry the microwave door open, because you can't even open it how it's supposed to be opened. Please, I don't want to laugh. Is it better than most schools? Absolutely. Is it better than federal schools? Absolutely. But that's the point. It's supposed to be, because people are paying through their noses to be able to afford this hostel fee, and it's not fair that a lot of things are not working. So let me just tell you now, before you guys come out telling me, you know, the reason I sent my child to this school, you made it look so good. A lot of people tell me that you're glamorizing it so much. Why aren't you saying like how it really is? I think this is the only time I'm going to talk about this, because social media is for soft life, it's for glamour. I'm not coming here to post my hardship, so in case people don't know. You guys should give me your school topics, like what you want me to talk about. A lot of you have been dropping some really interesting topics I'm so excited to touch. But for now, I hope this has kind of balanced out the equation for you about my hostel. I know I make it look so nice because that's my content, soft girl, soothing aesthetic or whatever. So, but this is the truth. It doesn't make it bad, it doesn't make it inhabitable. Am I going to come back next semester? I don't know. Am I going to pay for food? Absolutely not, because I don't even eat the food that much. Hope my parents are not seeing this video. Anyway, that's the end of my video. Make sure you watch, share, watch to the end. I mean, make sure you watch all the ads too. Make sure you didn't call this I'm doing for people, it's for free. Make sure you watch all the ads too. I don't want to help him. And make sure you share, subscribe, like, and do all that good stuff. And let me know what you want me to talk about in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you. Bye.